Hey everybody, it's Coach Morgan G, and I'm going to walk you through some do-it-yourself blind soccer equipment. So let's get started with an auditory soccer ball. See how we can make one of them without any equipment. So I have a couple different ways you can do that. You can take 2 dish towels, but make sure you ask your parents' permission before you take the towels. And what you're going to do is roll them into a ball and tie them. So you're going to make one knot and then make another knot. Then you are going to wrap 3 pieces of paper around your ball and you can tape them there. That is going to give the ball some sound when it slides or rolls across the floor, and also when your foot touches the ball. If you don't have 2 dish towels, or your parents say, no, you're not taking my dish towels, you can use a t-shirt, ball it up, do the same thing with the paper wrapped around it. Another way that you can make an auditory soccer ball is put some rice, some dried pasta, or some beads or beans in a beach ball if you have that. That will give the ball some weight, so if you're inside, that could also be really helpful so the ball doesn't roll really fast away from you. Another option you can use to make an auditory soccer ball is take a regular ball, soccer ball, basketball, whatever you got, and wrap it in a plastic bag. So that'll give the ball some sound when it's rolling as well. Alright, let's move on to some do-it-yourself cones. So if you don't have cones at home, like I don't, I got creative and I used sneakers. So sneakers are going to be really great for acting as cones because they have a really wide bottom and they won't roll around or flop over. You can also use some water bottles or vegetable bean cans. Okay, they're going to be really great not to fall over as well. Alright, and now we're moving on to our do-it-yourself goal. So what I did, I took 2 kitchen chairs and I placed a flat sheet right over it, kind of like I was making a blanket fort, and I let the sheet hang down so it touched the floor. That way when my soccer ball hit the sheet, it made a sound and I could tell when I got a goal and when I didn't. So you could do that. Another way is also to have a plastic bag, tie a bunch of plastic bags together and have them hang down. That way you can hear when the ball hits them as well. Alright, moving on to our sound devices. What I used today for my sound device was one of my dog's toys. I had a partner who squeaked the toy as I got closer. You could also use speakers, have some music or sound coming out, and you can also use an iPhone with podcasts, music, whatever you want. Okay, now I have a drill for you set up using some of this do-it-yourself equipment. So if you don't have any equipment, you want to gather something that you can use for 3 cones, 1 ball, a goal, a sound device, and something to start with, something that you can feel under your feet to start at as a starting point. So what I use for each of these items is, for my starting point, I used a sock. 1 sock, and I was able to feel how the texture was different underneath my foot. I even put the toe pointing in the direction that I was going to be going in the drill, so I knew which way to face. For my 3 cones, I used 3 different sneakers. And for my sound device, I had a partner who was squeaking a dog toy. And for my goal, I used the 2 chairs with a sheet hanging over it. So I had all my pieces all ready to go. Now, the setup for this drill, you're going to want about a 10-foot space, whether it's straight down a hallway, in your backyard, on your front lawn, in your bedroom. As long as you have 10 feet of space, you're golden. So we're going to set up your sock at one part of that 10-foot area, and then your goal at the other 10-foot area. If you're using the chairs with the sheet, you want to put your 2 chairs about 3 to 4 feet apart. Okay? Now, you're going to go back to your sock or your starting point. You're going to take 2 steps forward. When you hit those 2 steps forward, you're going to put one of the sneakers down. Then you're going to take another 2 steps forward and put another sneaker down. Then another 2 steps and put the sneaker down. Now that should be our last sneaker, right? So you want to make sure that you have 3 sneakers or cones, 1 goal set up, your starting point set up, and something to use for your ball. Okay? What we're going to do for this drill is you're going to dribble. Remember, we want to keep that good form. Keep your ball in between your feet. Remember your duck walk. dribble, weave in and out of your cones, okay? When you get to that third and final sneaker, pause, all right? You want to listen for your sound device. When you hear your sound device nice and clearly, you're going to take that shot, try to get a goal, all right? So when we take that shot, remember, we are putting our non-dominant foot, the foot that we do not kick with, right next to the ball, all right? Not behind it, not in front of it, not on it. We want to put it right next to it. We're going to swing that kicking foot back and follow through after we strike the ball, all right? If you hear your sheet or goal sound, whatever you have set up as a goal, if you hear it rustle or if you hear it, your partner say you got a goal, you know you got a point, all right? We're going to do this at least 5 times and see how many points you can get. I have a video of myself recorded so you can hear what the sound device and my ball sound like, okay? And for my ball, I use 2 dish towels with the paper wrapped around it.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, everybody, I really miss seeing you at camp, but I know that we're going to get through this all together. You're doing a great job. Keep up the awesome work, and remember, Capo runs this town.